In the bustling streets of Tyneside, among the packed pubs and the excited chatter of fans, something began circulating almost silently, yet intensely. A rumor that gradually gained traction among the most attentive and passionate supporters of Newcastle United. It isn't about a current squad player, nor the latest matches played. It comes from afar, another continent, and could directly impact the club's future, reigniting the excitement at St. James' Park. While fans are still trying to digest the ins and outs of the last transfer window, a new name has started to emerge through whispers, group messages, and tentative headlines on specialized websites. There is a sense in the air that Newcastle may be about to make a bold move, the kind that takes the football world by surprise. But what is really behind this mysterious development that is even catching the attention of the club's owner? Before revealing what is happening, take a moment to subscribe to the channel. That way, you won't miss the latest updates on Newcastle's negotiations, exclusive analysis, and behind-the-scenes content that doesn't appear in mainstream media. Your subscription helps the channel grow and allows us to keep delivering comprehensive and reliable content for Magpies fans. The backrooms of St. James' Park have been busier than ever. Sources close to the club report that a new line of negotiations is opening, and this time it involves the club's own chairman, Yasser Al-Rumayyan. It is unusual to see Newcastle's top executive personally involved in player negotiations, but it is said that he wants to personally secure the arrival of a young talent who has been turning heads in South America. According to the Brazilian portal NEWCASTLE'S, Newcastle United has opened talks to sign Rayon, the 19-year-old forward currently playing for Vasco da Gama. Most strikingly, Al-Rumayyan himself is reportedly keen to bring the youngster to the Premier League, seeing in him a potential that goes far beyond his current form. Newcastle's interest in Rayon is no coincidence. The young player has been standing out in Brazilian football with top-level performances and a rare composure for his age. In 2025, he scored 14 goals and established himself as one of the main names under the guidance of Fernando Diniz, a coach known for developing attacking talents. These performances have caught the eyes of several European clubs, but according to the Brazilian site, Newcastle is taking the most serious approach in the pursuit. This move comes right after an extremely busy transfer window for the Magpies. The sale of Alexander Isak to Liverpool for an impressive £125 million opened the way for an offensive overhaul. The club signed Yoane Wissa from Brentford for £55 million and Nick Woltemade from Stuttgart for £65 million. Even so, Al-Rumayyan appears to want more. Sources close to the club suggest he sees Rayon as a gem to be nurtured, a long-term investment capable of paying dividends both on and off the pitch. And if you are a fan who likes to stay informed about negotiations and understand the reasoning behind every Newcastle decision, now is the perfect time to subscribe to the channel. That way, whenever news like this emerges, you'll be the first to know. Here, we cover everything with transparency, passion, and focus on the fans. As Newcastle makes its move, the European scene is starting to stir. According to the Brazilian press, Tottenham and Aston Villa have also expressed interest in Rayon. Tottenham, in particular, reportedly contacted Carlo Ancelotti's staff to obtain information on a possible call-up of the youngster to Brazil's senior national team, a development that would further enhance his value. Aston Villa, meanwhile, which has been progressing under Unai Emery, is also closely monitoring the situation. What makes this pursuit even more intriguing is the way Al-Rumayyan is handling it. He is said to have been in contact with a prominent Brazilian agent, personally expressing how much he believes in Rayon's talent. For the Saudi chairman, this is a player with the ideal profile for Newcastle's long-term project, young, talented, and with the potential to become a global star if nurtured in the right environment. According to NEWCASTLE'S, Vasco da Gama values Rayon at around €30 million, although his release clause is set at €40 million. The Rio club, which is still seeking stability in the Brazilian Championship, does not intend to sell their top scorer before the end of the season. This firm stance may complicate negotiations but also increases the urgency for clubs like Newcastle to act swiftly and secure the gem before his price rises further. Within St. James' Park, Rayon's potential arrival divides opinions. Some internal analysts believe he could be a risky bet, considering the adaptation to the Premier League and the competitive leap required. Others, however, see in the forward the same potential Newcastle discovered in players like Bruno Guimaraes and Joelinton, Brazilians who arrived with doubts but became key pieces in the club's rebuilding process. And you, supporter, what do you think? Would a name like Rayon excite Newcastle fans? Leave your comment below and make sure to subscribe to the channel to follow each new chapter of this story. Every week, we bring the latest news and behind-the-scenes insights from reliable sources, always in a light and passionate style that fans love. Returning to the negotiations, the main point of focus is precisely Al-Rumayyan's direct involvement. For many, this is a clear indication that the club wants to strengthen its global presence and invest in emerging talents before they become untouchable stars. The impact of Rayon's potential arrival goes beyond the pitch. In recent years, Newcastle has been seeking to expand into new markets, with South America, especially Brazil, seen as a rich source of talent and a branding opportunity. Brazilian players bring charisma, creativity, and international appeal, factors that can strengthen both the squad and the club's global image. Sources close to Al Rumayyan suggest he was impressed by Rayhan's psychological profile. Despite his age, the young player demonstrates maturity and focus, qualities the chairman considers essential for success in the Premier League. The plan, according to insiders, would be to integrate him gradually into the first team, allowing him to adapt to English football under Eddie Howe's guidance. In Brazil, the possible transfer has also sparked debate. Vasco fans are divided. Some believe it would be a unique opportunity for the youngster to grow in Europe, while others criticize the board for potentially losing another talent before consolidating the team. Social media has been buzzing with discussions and speculation, especially after the news gained traction among British and Brazilian sports outlets. And if you are enjoying this kind of full coverage, click subscribe now. Here, you always get verified news, without cheap sensationalism, based on real sources such as NT Vasconcelos and English portals close to Newcastle. Your subscription fuels the channel to continue delivering quality content for true Magpies supporters. Meanwhile, Eddie Howe is keeping a close eye. Although the manager has a list of priorities focused on the defensive sector, he recognizes that a forward with Rayhan's characteristics could be a valuable asset: young, fast, technically skilled, and accustomed to performing under pressure. The Brazilian fits the profile for a project aiming to combine talent with consistency. Rayhan's name may not yet be familiar to all English supporters, but those who follow South American football know we are talking about a special player. At 19, he has already shown goal-scoring instincts, strong game intelligence, and rare positioning awareness inside the box. His stats at Vasco reinforce this perception, and it is exactly this that has sparked such interest among Europe's football giants. Finally, what is unfolding is a competition that promises to be intense. Newcastle, with Al Rumayyan's financial power and strategic vision, seems ready to make a strong move. Vasco, on the other hand, is holding firm, aware they have a coveted gem, and the fans, they watch with bated breath, imagining what a talent like Rayhan could bring to St. James Park.